Good day, everybody. I'm going to change my glasses. How's everyone tonight? Boy, did I screw up that camera? Lucky Oscar's not here, but Megan's here. There we go. That's perfect. Welcome, everybody. Please enter your name and where you are from in the chat. Hello, Joyce and Danny. Hope you guys are doing well.
Good evening, everyone.
See, I told you guys they would be back.
We're back. Well, I'm back.
They all thought you guys started your own company or something like that. So 2 weeks are gone.
Never. We would never leave. We love it here and we love what we do.
Hey, John, Paul, Michael, Charles, Bob Stinky, how are you? Erica, Greg, Diana Gleason. Hey, I think Diana's coming with us very shortly.
Oh, that's right. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
This
Margaret,
weekend, right?
How are you, Margaret? Carter? Hello to Carter in Las Tablas, or near Las Tablas.
We've had a quiet month
Yeah.
since Oscar and I were traveling, so we're looking forward to doing our tour of the month this weekend. We have a group arriving Sunday. Get to show them around the Cherokee Highlands.
Okay, Melanie, how you doing?
Jim says
Hey,
we're starting
Jim.
Seattle relocation tours.
Seattle relocation. That's true. You guys were just there, weren't you?
Yeah. Oscar and I were in Washington for my brother's wedding and had a great time, but always good to be back in Boquete.
Yes. Hey, Lisa and Mark. Good to hear from you guys. So we're going to get started at 7:01 very shortly here. We're always on time. So for those of you who haven't yet, please introduce yourself. Tell us, type your name or someone's name if you want to be an alias, and where you're from, or where someone else is from. No,
We have people from all over.
Oh, yes.
Maryland, Texas, California, Florida. Love it.
Let's see, any non-North Americans? Currently in Times Square. I love Times Square.
Canadians. Lots of Canadians.
Florida.
You guys enjoying your last weeks of summer?
Winnipeg. Said that wrong. It's summer in Winnipeg. So now Portage and Main Street is the windiest location in the country. And then in January, it's the coldest. Welcome, Winnipeg folks. Hey, Kimberly. Felicity, Ohio. Okay, so we can get started
Schwetman's
pretty
in the house.
quick, please. Who's that?
Schwetman's.
Oh, that's Schwitman's. We're going to get started. So tonight, folks, is a general Q&A. Ask anything you want about Panama. And we mean anything. It doesn't matter if you live here already, or you just think, or just heard about the country, or you're in the middle of planning your move. Ask us and we will try to answer you. Mm-hmm. So we should say who us is, because I'm seeing these people. Hey, Trish, that I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, Alexis.
We'll quickly
Hello,
tell you guys
Alexis.
about us,
So
and then
let's
we'll jump in.
do a quick introduction of us and the company, Megan.
Yeah. So I'm Megan. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I came to Panama in 2018 with the Peace Corps. Did some community development projects, lived in more remote communities all over the country, got to learn a lot about Panama, the culture, the language, and then met my husband, who you can see up on our website there, Oscar. He's been working in relocation and tourism for over 2 decades now, and seems to know everyone in Panama. He travels around the country a lot, and it's a small country, so anywhere I go, people typically know him. And so now we do When I was meeting these guys back in 2018, they were starting Retire in Panama tours, and these small group tours decided to make this, the official business after doing some other businesses, which I'm sure Rod will tell you about. And so I originally did a lot of the tours with Oscar and got to learn a lot about the expat communities around the country. And now I do a lot of the operations. So I help if you come on tour with us, either our 7-day cross-country tour, our 3-day Cherokee Highlands tour, or if you purchase our Panama Total Access Pass, which is a great option for people that don't need a tour or don't want to do a tour, but just need some extra support to get moved here, then you're going to be working with me and our whole team. We're going to get you ready to come here, ready to move here. And, we're a really small family business. So if you come with us, you're going to be working with our small team. And we only like to do just 1 or 2 tours a month with max 16 people, because we like to provide that really quality follow-up support for all of our guests that decide to move here.
All right. So my name is Rod Larrabee. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I grew up on the prairies in Saskatchewan, but I moved here. It will be 14 years in 2 months.
Wow.
I know.
Happy Paniversary.
14 years. And after 2 months, I was not doing that good. I was in trouble. I moved here knowing no one, with no help, thinking, hey, I can do this on my own. Well, after 2 months, I looked for help and I found it. I was referred by everyone I talked to, one guy. His name was Oscar Pena. Yeah, her husband. And he was already at that time helping expats move to Panama. So he took me under his wing and helped me get the right immigration lawyer, helped me get a vehicle title straightened out that was not in my name for some reason, helped me get health insurance, helped me get everything I needed, driver's license, everything. And it's kind of what we do today, guys. We transitioned from that small company. What Oscar was Mucho Gusto Panama was his company.
You can still find it on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, and you would and he was helping expats. Basically, he was putting out fires. Expats that were here needed assistance because they got in trouble, and we started doing that. We opened up an office, and the same thing happened. We opened up an office to do local Boquete tours, like waterfall hikes and mountain climbing, and we ended up helping the expats as they walked in the door, because they found someone that spoke English, and they could, they said, hey, I need a good immigration lawyer, or how do I get a driver's license, or I got stopped by the police and they took my car away. What do I do now? And all those things happen, guys. So we decided after a few years of that we wanted to try to control the situation from the beginning, teach people how to do it from the beginning, teach people, get them on a tour, on a 7-day or a 3-day tour of this country, and give them all the resources they need, and give them the after tour support that you will need. Or for those who already know we want to move here, we built a product that is a complete back-end system, members area, guide, whatever you call it. And you log in there and you have all access to all of our contacts we've had over the last 14, 15 years. And you have Zoom calls with us and to help you make you move. And that is what we're doing today.
And, we have a lot of people that don't even know they want to move. They're just curious. They're starting to look into retirement options, and they're starting to do their research. And that's totally fine too. We recommend, you come check it out first before you make any decisions.
Yeah. Currently, our 7-day tours are sold out until March, and we only got 4 spots left. And our 3-day tours, we have 2 spots in October. So you can check that out on our website. I don't know why I didn't put our website up. And some of you don't even know who we are. And right now we're finding a lot of people are moving or selecting the Panama Total Access Pass. I forgot to close the window.
Close it?
Yes, please. I live on Main Street in Boquete, and the big trucks usually aren't around at night, but sometimes they are. Our Panama Total Access Pass is, like I said, it's a members area with all the content. Click of a button. You want a lawyer. You want someone to help move your goods. You're going to get multiple quotes and all this stuff. And then you get a book, which is not a fictitious image of a book. It's an actual physical hardcover book, if you can see me in there, with over almost 500 pages, over 100,000 words, everything you've ever wanted to know about Panama, separated into 64 chapters. So you can look at just what you wanted. And what we call the most important thing is you get these three great, good-looking people. But it starts at $497 for the Panama Total Access Gold and $997 for the Platinum, which just gets more and more access with us if you really feel that you want the help and want the personal assistance. So check it out now. These are also limited, guys. We sell 10 of these a month. 10 of the golds, 10 of the platinums. We got a few left this month. And because this is the thing, our company has always offered after tour or after purchase support directly with the three owners of the company. That's who we are. And so we can't oversell. All right. I already see questions coming in like crazy, which is great. We are getting into the questions. Now, guys, I have to ask you, please, tonight, folks, no more chatting in the chat. That's for questions, and no more answering questions. That's what we do. That's why, the $50 each you guys paid to get in here tonight. So, no, that's right. It's free, isn't it? Okay. I see some questions way up here.
Still one up. I think there might even be more.
Okay, let's try this.
That was the first one.
Nope.
With Lexus Johnson. I'm pretty sure that was the first one. Can you recommend where or how to get a lawyer for Canadian and service dog coming to Panama for good? From Vancouver.
You don't need a lawyer for the service dog. Okay, I can tell you that. We'll talk about the service dog in a second. I just got to open up my links here. Canadian, we got an excellent lawyer I can help you with, or we can help you with. Go to the chat, fill out this form. We can connect you. And yes, she did me 14 years ago. That's why I said an excellent lawyer. And we've been working with them ever since, with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of immigrations. Not a complaint, 100% success rate. And she does many, many Canadians.
Yeah.
Now, the service dog, if you are flying from Canada directly to Panama, like not stopping in the US or anywhere, then yes, you can fly with the service dog. You still need to do all the exact paperwork, that whether the dog is under the seat or in cargo, everything remains the same. Just the difference is the dog can sit by your feet. So we also have a pet relocation division that we can assist you with. So feel free on that website that you just got a link to. I sent you directly to the immigration page, the visa page. Just at the top menu, click on the More button, and you'll see pet relocation. So you can put all your questions in there. And the process for all pets is pretty simple. Within 10 days, you get a health certificate filled out. You get it approved by the CFIA in Canada, USDA in the US. And it goes to the consulate, gets a stamp on it, and this all happens within the 10 days. And there's certain vaccinations that are required. You can just type pet relocation on our website and you'll see a full article about it there. We had also, go back in our YouTube channel, 2 weeks ago, we had a full 1 hour long Q&A just on pet relocation.
You can also find that right on our website at live Q&A.
Yes.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's the same one.
Oh, it's a different person.
Different person.
Hey, Sharon, yeah, the same thing. Bringing any dog to Panama, there are certain steps. Go to the website, type in pets in the search. You will find, I don't want to put too many links in here. It confuses people. But it's right on our blog. lists the complete steps, or go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, retire in
At Retire in
youtube.com
Panama.
at Retire in Panama, and just you go to the live videos and you'll see 2 weeks ago we did the complete pet relocation. It'll be unfair if I sat here for the next 30 minutes and did the procedure again. It's actually 25 steps.
Yeah, and it's all up to date. The only thing with service dog is that it needs to be a real service dog.
Yes,
right?
it has to be a registered service dog, not an emotionally support animal. Sorry, let's clear that up. It's coming from Canada. It can be both. Canada is one can still fly emotionally support animals to Panama, the same as service dogs. So
The U.S. is more strict.
yeah, the U.S. Only does service dogs. Okay, Charles, health insurance.
Health insurance options. Yeah, so you have quite a few actually. We also did a Q&A recently, maybe a month or two ago, with a lot of information on health insurance. You can find that on our YouTube as well. But basically, you can have private insurance in Panama if you are a resident in Panama living here for at least 6 months out of the year. That can be local coverage or it can be international coverage. You can also use the public system. Most people don't rely on the public system as their entire plan. It can be very affordable, and in like I would say less emergency situations, it can be okay. But in emergencies, there can be waits, there can be shortages on certain things, so it's not the best for most people. Another option is Medicare Advantage for emergencies only. That's if you have the Advantage plan, but again, that's not going to cover continued care if you need that here. So really one of the best options is if you can get it as private insurance plan in Panama. And then there's also local hospital plans, which are sort of like discount programs where you're paying, a monthly premium and you're going to pay 30% and the hospital's going to pay 70% if you need something done. And then a lot of people will pay out of pocket for just basic doctor's visits, blood work, even specialists sometimes, because typically that works with a deductible, which you'll never reach here because it's so affordable. Most general doctor's visits are $15 to $20 a visit. And then a specialist might be $50 to $100 depending. So
yeah, so let's just very briefly, and I want you guys to make use. I want everyone on here to promise you're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit like and subscribe. Number one, don't worry. We just like being liked. It's an ego thing. Please hit like on our YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in a second, okay? Then when you subscribe, all that means is on next Thursday, you might get a pop-up on your computer that says, hey, Retire in Panama has a Q&A tonight about this at 7 o'clock.
Going live.
Okay? So please go there.
And
Because
so
the healthcare question is a 1 hour question.
Yeah.
It was an hour and a half last time.
Yes.
And that resource is recorded on our YouTube channel for all you to see.
We always get emails of where can we watch the replays to your Q&A
Yeah.
calls. They're all on our YouTube.
Yeah, they're on everything. This here is being live streamed on YouTube right now. If you click that link, it's gonna show us. You're gonna see yourself. No.
Your question on the screen.
Yeah. But you'll see pet relocation on August 14th. You'll see healthcare on August I can't remember.
Well, exactly 1 month ago.
Yeah,
we
exactly
did
a month ago. Yeah.
it. So it's pretty up to date. And we had some good special speakers on there too.
So one thing, Charles, I'll finish with the cost of health insurance. Let's say I'm going to go with health insurance here, private health insurance. Totally depends on your age. I will give you an average. I'm 61. Probably the average on what it seems to be people come on our tours.
Mm-hmm.
I pay $250 a month for $1 million coverage with $1,000 deductible annually. No copay. So it's 100% coverage. And there's no deductible on any hospital emergency stuff.
It's just outpatient care for the deductible.
But if you're older, you're going to pay a little more. If you're younger, you're going to pay a little less.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, how are you? Once we're living in Panama, do we need to redo our will? Not necessarily, Kevin. You need to keep your Canadian will for your Canadian assets and Canadian money you have in the bank and any thing Canadian you might
Or
have.
U.S. He's in the U.S., right?
Yeah, well, Canadian. Sorry, Kevin and Mary.
Yeah.
So Kevin, yeah, like your U.S. Stuff. So you guys might need 3.
Yeah.
For every country, like in Panama, if you have assets here, and that asset can be a bank account, because bank account you can leave a beneficiary, but they really kind of need to be local. So if something, God forbid, happened to Mary and Kevin Rutherford, your bank account would be in limbo if you don't have a will here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have assets here, the vehicles, houses, everything, you need to have a will here. Getting wills.
It can refer to maybe something you have set up in Canada or US if you want it to be left to a corporation or a foundation.
Exactly. But there's no really such thing as a worldwide will.
Mm-hmm.
Some countries you can do that with. I think you can between Canada and the US, but down in Panama, no. You need a will for your Panama assets.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and our immigration attorney that we recommended, they do that.
And they're not that expensive, really.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be something written on a napkin. It should be something official done by a lawyer here.
Yeah.
Erica's laughing at my winter pig joke. It is hot in there now. Beautiful summers there, except for the wind sometimes.
Erica, what separates your relocation business with the others in Panama to make one decide to use you? We love this question.
3 things separate us, okay? Number 1, small tour groups. Most of the other relocation companies are using buses. It's just
Big
the whole
buses.
thing, getting in and out of the bus, getting in and out of the restaurant, taking 45 orders, checking into hotels. Where can you go? What kind of roads can you go on when you're down in the beach areas? We use a van. It's like a Mercedes Sprinter. You North Americans would see it. Most of you North Americans haven't seen
Iveco.
Yeah, Iveco, but it's the same size and shape as a Mercedes Sprinter. And 16 passengers. That's number 1. Number 2 is our expertise. Like if Oscar was sitting over there, I could add the number of years we've been helping. The 3 of us have been helping expats move here, and it's over 30. And we, as a team, are the only ones that living here answer the emails and help the people move here. So, and we all specialize a little. I might specialize more in dogs and healthcare and finance
and Canadian things.
Yeah, and Megan and Oscar might specialize more in locations. Some of the locations in Panama I haven't even been to. I know
certain maybe cultural aspects.
Yeah, vehicles, and Megan is
families.
Everything in between: family, raising kids, cultural stuff, learning the language. So we all have our expertise. So number 3 is our after tour support. It's unparalleled in this business. When the tour is done, it doesn't end. Like you have continuous, when you're on a tour or buy the access pass, you have continuous support to us until you decide to move. We just had a couple VE, we're on our tour in, I'm going to say 2019, maybe it was 2020, moved here last month. And we walked them through the whole thing. I helped with the pets, and we did a Zoom call with them to help them pack and what to bring and what not to bring. And we do all that.
We're not running 20 to 30 people a week.
Yeah.
We're running maybe 16 people a month because we want to provide that after support and be able to follow up with those who want to follow up with us and say, how can we support you?
Yeah.
When can we get dinner when you move here?
So we are basically helping 10 people a month move here. And so we have the time to do it. Even when we launched the Total Access Pass, because it's based on that, the members area, the book, and us, we had to limit the sales of it because we only have so many hours in a day. We do have lives. We enjoy them. I'm not retired yet, but Megan and Oscar are also raising a family, but so we just limit that. So for us, it's about the people and it's about the support. So thank you very much for the question.
Is there Tai Chi and martial arts dojos in Boquete area? Also, as one of your episodes, I believe you mentioned a trade school opening in the area.
Okay, dojo. There is still that dojo in Alta Boquete and Dorado. I don't know which
There's a couple
one, which
actually,
discipline it is.
but yeah, I'm just not familiar enough with martial arts to know. But
Okay.
I know there are a few.
There's a Tai Chi teacher in the Center Square every weekend. That he does classes there.
I could find it. I could find it for you if you want to send us an email. I know there are a few. I'm just not familiar enough with them to remember exactly which martial arts they're teaching.
We had heard rumblings too about an offshoot of the David campus of the David Trade School opening up here in Boquete, but I haven't heard much for about 6 months. So
hope to hear more about that. That would be great. Dennis.
Hey Dennis, how are you? What documents? Well, Dennis, we're not going to tell you that. You know why, Dennis? You were on a tour. You should know. That's what the lawyer tells you.
Yeah.
All depends. Everyone's got a little different visa. Some people have private pensions, which require more documentation and more notaries and more apostles. And we don't typically do apostles. We typically do authentications with our with the Panama consulate. It's the preferred method by immigration. And it's actually faster and cheaper than most apostles are. But Dennis, you get a hold of the lawyer. If you need a reintroduction to them, just let Megan and me know tonight or in the morning, and we will introduce you to them tomorrow because you met them already. So they'll
walk you through
through that. They know every area of Canada and where to get what done and what you're going to need done. Hi, from Chicago.
You're all booked up on the time frame I was looking to visit for the 3-day tour. Get on our backup list.
Get on our backup list or buy the access pass, because not only is the Panama Total Access Pass all the information, it's also for your private tour people. Yeah. It's full of every area, whether you want Panama City, the beaches, Coronado, Volcan, Boca del Toro, Boquete. You'll get the names of the most qualified, reputable tour guides in that area. And our tours start, the day tours, at $180 a day. And they will drive you, let's say you pick Volcan. They will show you all around Volcan. And they're very knowledgeable. They'll show you housing developments. Mm-hmm. They'll talk to you about the rentals. They'll talk, like they're not the full relocation experts, but since you bought the guide, you don't need that. You have us. You need someone to drive you around with some knowledge of the area.
Of the local community.
And get you, help get you find out where the supermarkets are and where the, drugstores are, and just all that stuff of your favorite communities. Yeah. So that's what you do if you can't get on one of our tours. Like I say, we're not going to add another tour because we're sold out. I shouldn't say we never do that. There's a possibility because we didn't add as many as we had last year. So there's a possibility for one somewhere in January, February, March. We're not sure yet. But thank you very much for
also feel free to send us an email of the dates you're looking at, and we can let you know what we can offer for you.
I forgot to tell. Hey, great question. Anyone who books a tours for us, you get the Panama Total Access Pass for free. Whether you're on a Cherokee Highlands tour or whether you're on a 7-day tour, you get that product for free. You get access to the members area 30 days before, and you get the book when you arrive here. Now, if you need some information before that, we consider you're already a client of us, Greg. Please shoot us an email, and we'll have a phone call. And we'll help you with the information you're looking for. Because some people might want to start with immigration on the tour. You want to start a little more than 30 days before. So just get a hold of one of us.
Yeah, we do have an option for people who decide maybe they want access to all of that before the tour. So just reach out. info@retiredpanamatours.com.
That's right. Thank you, Greg. Looking forward to meeting you. We haven't got past the greetings yet.
I know.
Okay.
Can you talk about the difference between Boquete and Volcan? Starting to like Volcan area, how's the weather? Yeah, so they're both beautiful mountain towns, lots of agriculture, popular with expats. Boquete definitely has a lot more going on as far as expats, tourism, services, amenities. Whereas Volcan is a little bit more sleepy town vibes. Just doesn't, I mean, like Boquete has what, 150 restaurants?
Yeah, it's
Volcan has
ridiculous.
maybe 10
10, 12.
at the most.
The population difference is Volcan is about 1/5 the size. The Volcan district is about 1/5 the size of Boquete.
Yeah.
Temperature, they're up to 1,000 feet higher. So you are going to be about 5 to 7 degrees cooler there in Fahrenheit. And so your Boquete's average is like 18 to 27. Now I'm talking Celsius. Sorry, US folks. Like 68 to 78.
Mm-hmm.
Where Volcan's going to be 62 to 75.
Yes.
It's cooler.
Yeah, it's the coolest area, Volcan and Cerro Punta and Paso Ancho, that whole area. The closest city is David for both. It's a little bit further from Volcan than it is Boquete.
About double from Volcan, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Although they have a brand new road between, so that makes it a little bit quicker. I will say a lot of people get confused and they think Volcan and Boquete are like close to each other.
It is. It's 18 kilometers over the volcano.
Right.
I should be able to get there in like 12 minutes.
If we could go through the volcano, it would be really fast.
Yeah, that's how close we are.
But it's about an hour and a half drive around the volcano from one to the other.
I want to get one of those rocket kits and see if I can make it across.
Do a zip line.
Yeah, as the crow flies, I think it's 18 kilometers. It's ridiculous. But it takes you an hour and a half to get there. Okay. Belinda.
Are temperatures in Valle de Anton similar to that of Boquete?
No. They're warmer. It's elevation again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little bit warmer.
3,600 feet where we sit right now. Valle de Anton is 1,600 feet. So it's less than half the elevation. So it's going to be like I said, Boquete, and I have I get my stats from my own weather channel in the backyard. So 68 to 78 is our average, where Valle de Anton is going to be like 72 to 85.
Yeah.
It's a bit warmer, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you're coming from the Panama City or beaches area
You'll
nearby,
find it much cooler.
Yeah, it's going to feel good.
Yeah. Okay, Dave, following up on Amanda's question, is Turo available? Okay, don't know Amanda's question. Huh?
We missed that question.
Turo, Turo. Can anyone help me out with that?
Yeah, can you follow up and let us know what you're referring to?
Okay, next question.
From Paul, when is the best time to make an appointment for total access one-on-one conversation?
When you purchase the product, when you purchase the product and you see the members area, I like to show people, because this is a T, so I'm going to do this now. Megan, do you want?
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you guys the members area. Well, part of the members area. Okay. So when you are logged in to your Panama Total Access members area, the menu on our website looks a little bit different. You'll have this members area button there. And if you click on that, this will take you to all these big buttons, dozens of them. Now you're going to scroll down until you find one that says, oh, look, book your video call. And then it's going to open it up to a page that shows the openings. We've dedicated slots and times in the afternoons to just talk with our members. And this is what I'm saying. If you click on immigration, it's going to take you to a page. This is secret information. So no one better be recording. that if you fill
We're
out
recording.
this complete form, oh yeah, that's right. You'll be connected directly to the absolute best immigration people in the entire country, folks.
So the
And-
best time to book would be
Yeah.
There you go. Need us to help you walk through your prep, your personalized checklist, getting you ready to move here. So that could be for some, depends, what you got. If you got premium, like let's hop on a year before.
Yeah, if you're a platinum, we want to hear from you
Right,
as soon as you buy. Then
And
we want to
then
hear from you 2 months
A
before
few
you
months
move.
before again, yes.
And that's not the only time you get to talk to us, guys. We have email support 16 hours a day, basically, for all of your questions. And if you are really we are honestly nice people. If you're our guest and you're having troubles, we're just gonna pick up the phone and phone you and walk you through it. It's not you're already our guest. We're not going to charge you for an extra call.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. And then you'll see the selected spots and the times we have available. But it always also says, if these times don't fit yours, please let us know and we will work around you.
I would say for a lot of people, it's like that moment when you're planning and you're just feeling so overwhelmed. Like that's probably when it's time to make the call because I mean, the book is going to give you so much good information. It's going to answer so many questions. But that moment of just like, okay, let's get it in a checklist. Let us shorten it down for you, make it a little bit more simple because we do it all the time.
A lot of people don't understand, if you read the entire copy on the sales page, you probably would. But the reason the book is set up like this, the book is set up into 3 sections. Let's learn about Panama, the logistics of the move, and then we have
Creating your checklist.
and then creating the checklist. Now, learn about Panama is very important for people that are thinking about moving here. It's going to teach you all the do's and don'ts about the culture and the language and what not to say to your next door neighbor at a certain time of year. And, just
but if
all
you're
those little
moving
secrets.
in a couple months,
Yeah.
maybe just skip to the third section.
Yeah,
you don't need to read it front to back if you're just like, I need to get ready for the move.
And
go read the last section first and then go back.
There's obviously so much content. I wasn't going to put it in an online guide. You guys are going to go blind by the time you finish reading 120,000 words on the computer. So, and everything is categorized into 64 chapters with another 200 sub-chapters. So you can find the exact thing. How do I open my bank account? Oh, here it is.
Go to the banking section.
And then, you read the bank account, then it'll say, go to your members there, you click on banking. It's going to show you the best banks that we recommend you open in Panama with the contact numbers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's how you work with the book and the members area.
Yeah. Specific question, just jump to that chapter because it's going to get in depth really good.
Okay, we beat that question to death. Thank you for asking. Okay, Bill.
Pre-existing.
Oh, to obtain a visa, not for health insurance.
No, and obtaining a visa.
If you're talking about to obtain a visa, the medical check is the receptionist looks at you, goes in the back, and brings you out a letter from the doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no physical. There's no nothing. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're thinking about pre-existing
for
conditions for health insurance, that really depends. So you'll want to connect with. We have a really great broker who can, give you some different options. But it really depends on the plan, on the condition, if it's going to be covered or not, or covered with certain contingencies.
Yeah. So if you have a high blood pressure and take medicine for it and it's controlled, you're not going to have a problem. Same as cholesterol. But if you have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and a thyroid problem and 3 other things, you could be an issue. If you had a recent heart attack or let's say a quadruple bypass, they're going to exclude the heart. That's all there is to it. You're not going to be able to get insured for it. If you've had breast cancer, they're going to exclude breast cancer. They could exclude all cancers depending on the insurance company. Just depends on your history. But simple things.
Especially controlled things,
Yeah.
if they're under control when you get your labs done here. Typically, though, they will be covered.
Yeah. I have U.S. federal government health, which provides international coverage. Will that be accepted? That will be up to your health company. You're going to have to phone them and ask, especially if you're planning to live here.
Yeah.
And then you got to find out what their supplier is. And if you go back to the healthcare video, you'll get the contact information at the guy at Panama's #1 hospital to tell you which insurance company he directs bills. That list is changing daily. Like they're adding insurance companies from the U.S. that they direct bill. So those are your steps, Vicki. Talk to your administrator to see if you'll be covered in Panama, and then go back to scroll back in the chat where our YouTube channel is and watch the healthcare video from last month, and you'll see the contact information for the Mike Kelly, who is the
international patient
yeah.
administrator.
Yeah, administrator for, and he knows who they pay for health insurance. Okay.
Is there a site that provides updates on major projects like the planned rail between Panama City and David?
Besides Newsroom Panama, like if you're talking in English. Newsroom Panama, pretty good. They're kind of like an aggregator of news, and they do it all in English. So if you follow our Sunday news, that's one of the projects that I've been following pretty closely.
We always put links of local Panama news at the bottom of our Sunday newsletter.
Yes. Okay.
Olivia, please explain the Pensionado visa requirements, time frame. Yeah, so it's really one of the best programs out there. You get permanent residency as long as you have a lifetime pension of at least $1,000 a month as a single, or $1,250 a month as a married couple. Requirements is basically that, like permanent pension.
But the thing we have to say, it's a pension, folks. You need to prove, you need a signed affidavit, notarized document from the administrator of the pension fund that this pension is this much for life, except for Social Security, because they actually know what that is. So don't say, I'm going to take my 401k because I make $2,000 a month off it. I'm okay. No, you're not. It cannot be self-administrated. It must be a pension. So it could be an insurance plan or something like that.
In which case, if you're ready to apply, you want to get connected with a Panamanian lawyer about in 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3 months even, before you're ready to come down here and apply. They're going to make sure you have all the paperwork ready to go so that when you get here, you apply with them. And then within 6 months, you will have your permanent residency approved and permanent residency card in hand.
Perfect. Ola from Vancouver. Oh, I was talking to Vancouver friend today. I missed my Vancouver. This is a good question on the electronics, folks. Our power and our plugs are the same in Panama as they North America, but our hertz is slightly different, and it doesn't affect anything with those with an adapter, because they can handle 50 to 60 hertz. North America is like a 60 hertz system. Panama's a 50 hertz. The only thing it can really affect is a compressor type motor situation. So appliances sometimes here from the US don't do so well because the hertz is slightly different. That's why I always tell people, leave your appliances at home. You can buy Maytag here. So your Mac will just be fine. Panama Digital ID, WEF, and other global programs. I'm from Canada. I want to get away from the whole WEF global ID. I know Panama is slower, but just a matter of years. Can't answer that guy. Honestly, don't know. What will happen? We're getting digital driver's licenses now, starting next month. You can carry your driver's license on your phone. They just announced
that will be helpful.
When you guys were gone, yes.
Because I realized I went to the U.S. I didn't bring my Panamanian driver's license with me,
So you
and I
couldn't
just realized
drive?
today. No,
Yeah.
I just realized today I didn't have it in my wallet all week when I was
Oh,
driving
really?
around.
Oh, great.
So I found it in my room. Oh, I should have this in my wallet.
Dennis, great question. Now, right now. What do you think, Megan? Best time to relocate
Right.
to Panama to finding the best
So low
rental.
season is going to be your best time to find rentals. High season is November through March here is going to be the hardest time to find rentals because we have all the snowbirds come down.
Yeah. November, all the rentals will take it for everyone's renting by the day because of the Panamanian holidays.
Yeah. So, and then it's summer vacation for Panamanians, December through March, it's kids' school vacation. So they take lots of holidays as well. But as far as long-term rentals, a lot of that is all they put it on Airbnb for vacation, or they rent it to snowbirds at a higher rate. So you're going to get the best rental on a 12-year lease.
Yeah, May through October.
And then you'll have more options to choose from starting in May.
Exactly. All right, Dennis, thank you very much. Lauren, what is your guide? Well, it's a guide, it's a book, it's us. I just put the link in, $4.97 for gold, $9.97 for platinum. And the link is in the bottom of the chat. Okay, if I come by myself to look at areas and got my retirement visa during that time, would it be better for me to do that or wait for both? Well, if you don't come with bring your wife as a dependent the first time, it'll cost you a little bit more money for her to do it, and she has to have the qualification for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could go through the process of family reunification, but that's also more costly.
Yeah, you'll save money if you do it together.
Yes, definitely. Because a dependent is only an extra $500. So let's say the process costs you, with everything, like I'm not talking the lawyer fees, I'm talking everything, $2,500. With your wife, it'll cost you $3,000. If she doesn't come till a year later, it'll cost her $2,500 too. Mm-hmm. This is for the pensionado visa. But she also is going to have a full $1,000 pension, and you'll have to have a full. With the two of you, if you come together, and you did say wife, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Panama does not recognize common law, folks. You have to be married with a marriage license. It is $1,250 for the two of you. Car rentals from private people. Well, I wouldn't, because you're probably not properly insured and who knows what. There are private companies doing car rentals, like not the majors.
Right. Yeah, like smaller businesses can provide you a slightly better rate. Like, for example, in Boquete, we have Value Motors and Cowboy Cars, which are smaller businesses that can offer slightly better rates than like Alamo, National.
Yeah. And in Coronado, you got Coronado Cars, mm-hmm. which is another one.
And Pedasi, I think it's
Volcan, Cherokee Cars.
It's in our members area.
Yeah, the Volcan has one too, Cherokee Cars, I believe it is. But don't rent from just another individual, because you don't know what type of insurance they have and stuff like that. And then when you get pulled over, it's not marked as a rental. So the police are expecting your ID to match the ID of the glove box. Or somebody, oh no, I just paid some guy to take his car. Yeah.
For our first time, you recommend buying a used car, right? Yeah, so that is the difficult part about having a car. If you're either part-time or you're just testing out for 6 months.
The car rental is going to cost you $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
If you have to have a car.
Yeah. So sometimes we will have people purchase something that could be easily resold, like a lightly used vehicle that's in great shape, that is going to be a great, easy resale, that maybe you only lose $1,000 on the resale, and then you only spend $1,000 for the 6 months.
$20,000 car and sell it for $17,000, that's only $500 a month that you have to pay for that car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Insurance here is dirt cheap, guys. It's like I have a 2024 and I pay 500 a month for my 500 a year for my insurance. So yes, you can pay by the month for insurance here too. So, as far as who are the best dealers, we don't have a preferred dealer. Oscar has many dealers, like mostly in Panama City, because that's where the deals are.
Yeah, you can
Half
even
of the
get
cars are in
Oscar to
Panama
help you,
City.
like he
Yeah.
can have your lightly used vehicle ready for you when you arrive. And then he can even sell it for you after the 180 days if you decide to go back.
Yeah, he's done that for people. He's had the car ready for them when they get here. And when they leave, they hand him the keys and he sells it and he sends them a wire with the money.
Yeah. And they say, if we can just pay less than what we would have paid a rental, fantastic. And sometimes he gets them almost, most of their money back. So
I've put the link in that our company website link in the chat. If you just look at any of the links I put in the chat, if you see the top menu, you'll see our contact us button if you have a general question or you want to get a hold of us about something like a vehicle. Puerto Regis.
Potrerillos.
Huh?
They're trying to say Potrerillos.
Did they spell it wrong?
Yeah, they said
Did I say it wrong?
Properillos. Yeah, both of you
I
are wrong.
always say it wrong. It's not that far from here
It's
either.
a complicated town name. It really is.
But there's three of them. There's Abajo and Alto and something else. Arriba.
Yes.
I can say Arriba.
Yeah, so that's a little town right in between like Boquete district and Dolega, actually just right above Dolega area, which is right in between David and Boquete. It's a smaller community, but it's a lot of more affordable housing and land there, and still only 20-25 minutes from Boquete, depending on where you're located, how far in. You have to go all the way down almost to Boquete, almost to Dolega from Boquete, because there's a big canyon in between Boquete district and the Potrerillos area. So you have to go down and around to enter it. But it's just a little bit warmer than Boquete. I mean, it's like just above Dolega, so maybe in like the 300 to 400 meter range for altitude.
1,000 feet.
Yeah, so cooler, but not as cool as Boquete. Amenities, really not much at all.
No.
A restaurant, a gas station.
But you're
but you're right in between David and Boquete, so plenty of stuff nearby.
It's rural. That's a good way to put it. It's very rural.
But within 20 minutes, you're either in David or
big
Boquete.
Yards and, like big land and lots of value.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When the difference is $20 a square meter as to $200 a square meter in Boquete finer villages, there's lots of value there.
Yes. We live in downtown Boquete, and actually a lot next door to us just sold at $135 a square meter.
Oh, well, that's actually a fair price.
Yeah.
Some people are trying to get 400. Like 135 is fair, but in Puerto Regis, how do I say that?
Potrerillos.
See, listen to that. Perfect Spanish. That's going to be $20 a square meter, maybe 30. Yeah. No, 20 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The elevation, 3,700 feet isn't really, I'm an asthma sufferer in the past. Haven't had it here. Not really an issue. For most people, I don't know a lot of people that have asthma issues at the 3,700 feet, like Boquete. And even Volcans, 4,400.
Out of all the tours we've done, and typically people in their 50s to 80s, I think we've had one guest who said it was just a little bit difficult for her.
I had an incident when
okay.
Oscar took me to Bogota, because that was 8,000 feet. And I noticed, hey, I do have asthma. So, can I ship a container with all my toys? Only if you share.
Yes, of course.
Yes, if you have your own container, you can ship anything legal in there as you want.
Yeah, and if you're looking for some recommendations, we're happy to give them to you.
Go to the website, click on the menu, you will find us.
Yeah, definitely vet your freight guys good.
Oh,
Make sure you have
or
a
they
good
might be
freight
playing
forwarder.
with the toys for a couple months before you actually get them.
Right. Is it better to get quotes from different attorneys with regards to immigration paperwork for moving to Panama? Not.
Yeah.
I mean, quotes, I say, is not really as important as like a really good referral, because we know attorneys that are not going to do as a great job, and they're happy to like undercut the cost and give you a really low cost, and it's probably just going to.
That's what I was going to say. It's not a fair playing field out there for attorneys. I'm sorry. Many of them will quote you, okay, $1,800. That's what I'll do it for. And then you get another quote for $2,600. Why are they so much different? Because the $2,600 one includes everything. There's about 30 additional costs to getting your visa. I'm not going to list them all, but let's listen. The cards at immigration, you got to go twice. They're $50 a piece. For a couple, that's $200 additional cost. The stamps in your visa that allow you to come and go out of the country during the process are $50 a piece. The photos, the translations, the stamps at the Panama consulate on all the paperwork that you brought, $10, $10, and I think two more times, $60 a person. So there are many additional costs. Find a lawyer who's transparent enough to say, these are all the costs. I give you 100% money back guarantee. There will not be any more money. And if for some reason you can't get this visa, you get your money back. You find that lawyer, you hire them.
I would also say the really low cost ones are because they're only one or two people.
Yeah.
And so it takes forever for them to get things done or to get back to you.
And then you'll end up at immigration by yourself, looking at the door at the 400 people standing there and talking away in Spanish. And
the people that we recommend, they're a small to medium sized firm. So it's just enough that you're not just a number, but they have the staff to take really good care of you. And they specify in Expat. So they're going to be able to help you not just with residency, but also with rental contract reviews, real estate law, estate planning, even supporting with getting your driver's license authenticated. So it's nice to have an attorney that you know is going to be able to support you throughout your move here.
So great question, by the way. So don't go out and just get 4 or 5 quotes, because it's not apples to apples.
Mm-hmm.
Find someone who has a good reputation. Hey, that's us. And, check out our reviews. Are we going to steer you wrong? No. One bad review and we get hurt.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, again, if you click on our link, I put the link in there many times to the main page. And, I should go back to the main page, which has all the contact information. There we go. I just put it in one more time because we had a lot of questions. Okay, we're going to get through these last few questions here.
Okay. Right. If you want to work, you can go Friendly Nations visa. That's the most popular one. That'll get you a work permit.
But depending what type of work you want to do, if you want to get hired by a company, 98% of them you're going to need to be fluent in Spanish. It's very few companies. And even if you do, I did know some people that worked for Dell. A friend of mine, when I lived in Panama City, he worked for Dell, and they hired some English-only people, and they were just in their own little clique in the lunchroom because everyone else speaks Spanish in there. They were just lonely all the time. It just wasn't a fun job.
If you can do remote online work, then
that's great. Yeah, you don't need a work visa for that. Work for a U.S. company, or move here and
You'll want to connect with an immigration attorney and see what your options are based on your skill set.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you missed the beginning. Joy, just scroll up a little bit or just go to youtube.com/@retire in Panama. And all of our videos, all of our live recordings are listed on the site. And the link is in the chat.
So if you already took the tour,
and you don't know who this is. Oh my God. We sent emails out to every single person that's taken our tour of how to get their access to the members area and how to get their hands on a copy of the book. Please email me personally or Megan personally, like you know who we are. And so we can get you set up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because your name doesn't show in here, so we don't know who you are. So. Oh, Joy says, we forgot to tell Amanda about the 90-day restriction on driving.
Yes. I think, Amanda, I don't remember right now, but
No.
if you're not starting immigration when you return, I think in November it was, I think you guys are coming with us in September and then returning in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not starting immigration right away, that's right. You'll only be able to drive for 90 days on your tourist visa. So you'll either need to reset that or, start.
October, November. Well, that's only 2 months.
Well, I think they're coming on tour, but then they're coming back to do a 6-month trial in November.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
You either leave for, a quick trip and come back into reset, or maybe by then if you want to apply for
That's
residency or not.
Okay, Michelle, looking to work. You won't be able to work you wouldn't be able to work as a nurse for 2 reasons, unless you do speak Spanish. All the government nurses, even the private ones, would have to be fluent. But nursing is also a protected profession in Panama.
Mm-hmm.
Most professional professions are virtually all healthcare, and most professions like architects, engineers. There's 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Google Panama protected professions. We got through them, and we're
Wow, we did it. That was good.
Hope we didn't miss anybody.
Oh, shout out for my mom. Thanks,
hey,
Mom.
How are you?
Best tour guides. You won't regret it.
There we go. Best tour guides ever. Hey.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay. All right, folks. Now, next week, we have a special guest coming with us. Yes.
Is it Oscar?
Yes.
Finally. He hasn't been home in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have fun. The 3 of us are back. The 3 Musketeers will be back next week with another live Q&A. And then we're going to be putting another schedule on for September with some exciting stuff.
Belinda says we need 90-minute Q&As.
90 minutes. Yeah, no kidding.
So write down your questions now and put them in first next week.
We used to do a 90-minute Q&A, but it was only once a month.
That's right.
So then we went to
an hour every week.
Thanks,
everybody.
Thanks, Joyce.
Buenas noches.
All righty, guys.
See you next week.